Since we're not able to meet in person or synchronously, I thought just walking through both the course syllabus and the course website would be helpful to give you kind of a foundation of where we're going this semester. As you'll see, my email's here. If you have any questions or you want to try to connect, please let me know. Like I said earlier, I'm in Boise, Idaho, so I'm 2 hours behind. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to connect via one-on-one Zoom as we move forward. So for the semester, HPW 310, you'll see a brief overview of this course. Really, I think this is a foundation that can be beneficial no matter where you are, because you're going to be a performer in one way or another, and you're going to be working with individuals. And so using these concepts, using these techniques can be really helpful as you move through. Our course is really structured around 4 learning outcomes that are here, and we're trying to really build from the sport and exercise psychology. I would guess you don't get a lot of psychological aspects in your degree, and because of that, I think this course can be really helpful no matter where you end up as you move forward. For general course requirements, the book from Weinberg and Gould is required for this course. It's going to be a really nice supplement for the online lectures and everything else that we're going through. For this course, the way you're going to be graded is we're going to have 3 exams. We're going to have a sports psychology movie or book review that you're going to do middle of the semester, and then a sports psychology blog post that you're writing for some audience that you select. And then finally, you'll have online articles or discussion board activities that you're going to be doing as you move forward. As I said earlier, the examinations are going to be multiple choice and short answer, and so we'll have 3 of those as we move through the semester. Multiple choice are going to be through Blackboard. It's going to be a condensed time frame, so it's open book, open note. It is individual, so please do those on your own, but they're going to be a pretty condensed time frame, so have a foundation going into those as you move forward. The short answer questions, or the more essay-long essay questions, are going to be much more application, and they're going to be take-home where you submit it on Blackboard, but there is no time limit on that. For the sports psychology and film or literature review, you're going to choose to watch a movie or read a book that is some aspects influenced by sports psychology, and then really write a reflection on that, and I'll have a later video that kind of overviews that as we move forward. In addition, you're going to be writing a blog post to some individuals or some group that you think would be useful. Maybe it's a middle school cross-country team, maybe it's a police or firefighter unit, maybe it's some acting troupe that you're involved in, but you're going to write some blog posts where you're really using those sports psychology concepts in a very practical way for them to move forward. And again, I'll have a video that introduces that as we move forward. Lastly, the online activities and discussion board, we're going to have different aspects where you're going to post on a Wednesday each week and then respond to posts by Friday of that week. With all of these assignments as we move forward, they're all going to be due at 8:59 p.m. I do that because I think sleep hygiene is critically important. And so taking time to actually get those sleep manners in is going to be helpful, I think, for what you need to do as you move forward. This is the grading scale. It's a Farmingdale grading scale, so I don't think it should be a surprise to you as you move forward. In addition, here's the week-by-week class outline. For the first week, I really want you to familiarize yourself with the course website this first week where we don't have classes, and then introduce yourself to Dr. Martin and your peers by posting on a discussion board with a video post as you move forward. Then we're going to dive into Introduction to Sport and Exercise Psychology, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like on the Blackboard site as we move forward. But here's the schedule of events. Please use your Farmingdale email. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. The tasks will be done via Safe Assign, and so just take a look at reading through this as you move forward. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please let me know as we move forward. With the next video, I'll kind of walk you through what Blackboard looks like and what the common expectations are for this course as a whole will be. So this should be what you're seeing when you get on the Blackboard for the course website. I've moved the student view, so it is exactly what you should be seeing as you move forward. This is the home site. It has all the course links that you would need for Farmingdale as you move forward. The start here is kind of a nice video intro. You can get a quick introduction of who I am, what I do, and then it gives a little bit of course navigation, ready to get started, some of those aspects. In addition to the start here, the course information, if you go to syllabus and course schedule, these are posted in here, so you can go in there, just like the overview I just gave you. The syllabus was exactly what we look like, and then the course schedule gives some due dates as well as you move forward. Course policies are in here, including things like the course materials, which is the Weinberg and Gould textbook that's required, some aspects on the discussion board participation, our grading scale, policy on late assignments. I'll respond within 24 hours when I can. I'll try my best. And then some ideas for netiquette and rubrics as we move forward. In addition to that, if you go back to this main page, we'll see some college policies and some general information as we move forward that deal with plagiarism and other aspects. So familiarize yourself with the course policies as we move forward. And then really what I want you to spend most of the time doing is looking at these learning modules. For the icebreaker activities, what I'd like you to do is create a video discussion board assignment where you're introducing yourself, including things like your major, previous online course experience, career goals, and interesting fact about yourself, and then one question or concern about the upcoming course. In addition to that, I want you to write a letter to yourself, and this is really something that the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. This can be just about anything, but I want you to write it like you're writing to yourself at the end of the semester when I'll encourage you to go back and read that. So maybe what are the goals for this year? What are things you're worried about? What are big changes that recently happened or are coming up, or advice you'd give your future maybe stressed out self when you're heading into finals week, and just thoughts going into the first week of this semester as you move forward. In addition, there's an intro to course quiz here that you can take some practice on. There's only 5 questions. It's really quick just to make sure you get the logistics of what taking a quiz on Blackboard will be, which is what the exams will mirror as you move forward. Once you get done with these icebreakers, then I encourage you to go into Module 1. Module 1's here, and this is how every module I have will be set up. So it'll have a Module 1 overview. It'll give you the learning outcomes, the learning activities, the assessment, and then the dates those are due. So the learning activities are typically to read and then also to watch videos. So you'll see read the Weinberg and Gould Chapter 1, and then if you go into the PowerPoint and video lectures, you'll see the PowerPoint slides are here. You can download those. They're shell slides, so you'll have to input the rest of those. And then each of these aspects are links to different video lectures. So this is the first video lecture on the Introduction to Sports Psychology. It goes straight to YouTube. In this one, there are 3 different videos. Typically, these videos are anywhere from 6 to 12 minutes, so I tried to keep them pretty condensed and brief so that you can go and rewatch them if you like them, if there's some concept that you don't understand, and not to lose your attention too much as you're moving through that. In addition to PowerPoints, each of these will have a module discussion. And again, like I said, the initial post is going to be due Wednesday of that week for this first course or first class. This will be due on February 2nd. So on February 2nd, after watching video 1 that is in this folder, I want you to create 2 research questions that you could ask to address some aspect of sport and exercise psychology, with one from each of the objectives of sport and exercise psychology. And the objectives were covered in that first video lecture, which is why I prompted you with that. And then by Friday, I want you to respond or comment to at least 2 other course mates' posts on either how they could conduct the study with that research question that they posed, or some other questions that might be related to the question that they asked. And I really want you to elaborate on this and get some course interaction as you move forward. Like I said, each semester or each week will be formatted like this, where you'll have the Module 1 overview, you'll have the PowerPoint and video lectures within each of these folders, and then you'll have a discussion board moving forward. Now, like I said earlier, there are also some aspects that are coming up. So the sports psychology movie and book review is going to be due April 4th. I'll have another video that kind of overviews each of those pieces as you move forward. And then the sports psychology blog post is going to be due May 2nd. And again, I'll have a video that overviews those. So this is more or less how the course is going to be set up. There's not a lot of points, but I don't want to give you a lot of busy work to do, especially since it's an online class. We'll be doing discussion boards weekly. And one aspect that I didn't mention about the discussion boards is throughout the course of the semester, I anticipate that there will be a time where maybe you're sick, maybe you're too busy, maybe there's something going on. And so I will drop your 2 lowest discussion board grades. Those may be things that you didn't do at all, or they may be something where maybe you just didn't grasp the course concepts very well and you only got a 10 out of 20 or a 5 out of 20 going through. And so I'll drop your 2 lowest discussion board weeks as we move forward. That's an overview of kind of the course syllabus, the course expectations, the course website, and a little bit about me as well. And so if you have questions, I encourage you to reach out to ask, but that's kind of the overview of where we're going. And so if you don't have questions and you want to dive in, Module 1 and Module 2 are both open. I encourage you to do those initial posts if that's something that you want to be doing right now. And otherwise, I'll be looking forward to watching your videos on the discussion board icebreaker activities and seeing your exam or your quiz 1 responses as you move forward in this intro to course quiz. Thanks so much for listening. Let me know if you have questions, and looking forward to working with you this semester.